So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a motion lapse on the Zhiyun Crane-M2, and we're going to test it out on 3 different devices. Firstly is the Sony a6500, which is a normal camera which doesn't have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi capability to connect to your Zhiyun Crane-M2. Second device that we're going to test out is the iPhone XS. So we're just going to check out the ZY app on the iPhone version, and then last of all will be on the Samsung Galaxy S10. So we're going to check out the Android version of the ZY app and see how different it is from the iOS version. So there are advantages of using mobile phones on the gimbal because of its ability to connect to the Zhiyun Crane-M2 via Bluetooth to access the cool features available on the Zhiyun Crane-M2. So we're going to go through the differences between a camera and a mobile phone in this video, so let's get straight to the video. Okay, so firstly, turn on your Crane 2 and power on your Sony a6500 or any camera that you're using. Go to your mobile phone, whether it's your iPhone or your Android phone. Go to the ZY Play app. Okay, make sure your Bluetooth is on your handphone. Then go to Crane M2, hit connect now. Connect to your Crane M2. And then when under device type, select camera, because we are using a camera right now. Later on I'll show you on the iPhone and the Samsung Galaxy S10. So once you access this app, once you got your iPhone connected to your Crane 2, because the a6500 does not have the ability to connect wirelessly to the Crane M2, there are some disadvantages that you need to take note of in comparison to using a mobile phone. So for example, motion lapses. Normally how we do motion lapses, for example on the DJI in SC, is we are able to connect your camera to your gimbal via a cable. But since this Zhiyun Crane-M2 does not have a cable, you will actually need to do a motion lapse using the video record button instead of taking multiple photographs, which is the real way of doing a motion lapse or time lapse, whereby they will take maybe about 100 different photographs and then you piece it all together. So we can't do that on your camera, but we can do that on your phone. So you will need to hit the record button to record a video when you are doing a time lapse on a camera. So on your ZY app, first of all, go to the red button on the camera and then go to the bottom right, trajectory photography. Okay, and this page you will actually need to set. You can see over here some numbers. So this will be your starting point, and for this motion lapse on the Zhiyun Crane-M2, you actually need to set 3 waypoints and not more or less. So you need to set 3 waypoints no matter what. So this first one will be your first waypoint. To set the second waypoint, hit the plus button, and that will be the second waypoint up here. So going back to the first waypoint, we need to set the starting point. So I'm going to actually start it off, and you will see the numbers also change on the app. So I'm going to use the joystick to set my starting point, and then once you got your starting point, hit the plus button to go to the second waypoint to set your second waypoint. And you can see that if you don't set the last waypoint, you cannot press the start button. So you need to set the last waypoint, and then on your gimbal adjust to your final third waypoint, and then that should be done. So once you set all 3 waypoints, shooting mode, switch to video, then in duration you can set it from there whether or not it's 10 minutes. So once you hit the start button, you'll be asked to enter a name, let's say test, and then save that. 3, 2, 1, and you will see the motion lapse start. So all you got to do is hit the record button and then wait 10 minutes for it to complete all the way to waypoint 3, and then in post in your video editing app, for example Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, you gotta take this video on the a6500 and maybe increase the speed to 5,000% or 6,000% or whatever you feel that looks good for your motion lapse. So that's how you do a motion lapse on your camera. So because the difference between the DJI and SC is that compatible cameras, you can connect a cable from your camera to your gimbal. So basically this is the way you do a motion lapse on a camera. And now we're going to move on to the iPhone XS. Okay, so right now we're doing the test of the motion lapse on the iPhone XS. So same thing, turn your gimbal on, connect your ZY Play app, hit the connect button, and this time around choose smartphone. So when you choose smartphone, you will see the interface very different, but there seems to be a lot of issues with this application. So I'm going to show you the issues that I encountered so far when using the motion lapse feature. So this is the interface that you will see. So you can take photographs, you can do panoramas and stuff, normal videos, slow-mo, time-lapse, and the topic we're covering today is motion lapse. So when you are in this particular screen, you have 4 different options. These are basically preset motion lapses that you can do by just, if you want to do a pan 180 motion lapse, or if you want to do a tilting motion lapse, pan and tilting motion lapse, and point of view. So these are 4 different presets that you can choose to take your motion lapse. So for example, if I choose the first option, 180 degree moving time lapse, next maybe you can choose the time interval and the duration, so let's say 5 minutes, and click start, and you will see it automatically starts on its own. So these are called the presets. So this is the first one. It will start all the way 180 degrees pan around. You can see on the screen right here. So you can see it starts from here and goes 180 degrees in 5 minutes all the way to waypoint B, waypoint 2 basically. So this is the first option. I'm gonna stop this. Okay, so that was the first motion lapse. Then in order to access the second motion lapse, just to give you an idea of these 4 different presets for tilting motion lapse, I'm gonna zoom out. Tilting motion lapse, hit the next button, set the time interval duration, and hit the start button, and this is what it will look like. It will start from below 45 degrees and pan all the way up in 5 minutes of whatever duration that you set. So this is second preset motion lapse. So that was the tilting motion lapse. Now we got panning and tilting motion lapse. Hit the next button, the duration and the time interval, and click the start. So you can see that same thing, it just pans and tilts at the same time. So this is the third preset, and now we're going to the fourth preset. Now for the fourth preset is POV. So when you hit next, you again select the duration, and basically this is what it does. It tilts to the right and then point A all the way to point B in 2 minutes. So we're just going to check out what this POV time lapse, how does it look like. So basically from tilting it goes back to original horizontal mode, and then I think it would turn to the left. Yep, so it does started off from the right, tilted right as well, and it's slowly tilting to the left right now, and all within the space of 2 minutes. That's the duration I chose. Okay, so now we got an idea of what POV preset motion lapse is. So I'm going to stop this, and then I'm going to go into the issues with the ZY app. So basically, as you saw when I used the A6500, we got into that screen where you can choose your own 3 different waypoints. You can set your own different waypoints instead of using the 4 presets that they gave to you. You can actually, like the Sony A6500, you can set the 3 different waypoints. So in order to access that mode, all you gotta do is hit the top left, and then you will see this option, switch to normal camera. The issue is when you switch to normal camera, it doesn't work for the iPhone XS. So then after a while it just hangs and shuts down on its own. So that's one issue that I'm having in order to access the custom waypoints for the motion lapse. So just to let you know, guys, so we're gonna try it out on the Samsung S10 right now and see if the ZY app for Android has the same issue as this iPhone. The options all still work. You hit the home button and then you try to connect now. It just hangs there and then it shuts down. So that's the issue with the iOS ZY app. So now we're going to move on to the Samsung. Okay, so right now we are on the Samsung Galaxy S10 and going into Crane-M2. Let me turn on my Bluetooth. Okay, it is on. So enter now, phone, and there you have it. So the words are different: take a photo, recording time-lapse, and moving time-lapse. So again, the same 4 options. Let's just go through one option. Start recording, and yep, same thing. Exactly the same as on the iPhone version of the ZY Play app. So right now we're going to stop this and we'll see whether there's any issues. So in video recording mode, one thing that I noticed, although the Samsung Galaxy S10 has the ability to shoot in 4K 60, on the iPhone they gave the option to shoot at 4K 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, although the Samsung S10 can shoot at 4K 60, they limit you to 4K 30, so that's quite a bummer because I normally want to do slow motion and stuff at 60 frames per second, and basically that's the main difference. Besides the wording that they use, the presets are the same, and then we're going to switch to the most important part, which is the switch to normal mode. As you can see, same as on the iPhone, so I'm gonna hit on that and it works. Device found unsuited, change the phone control under the application mode. So you can see some picture, but it says it's unsuited and it becomes blank, so that doesn't work. Also, for you to set your moving time lapse, your own 3 waypoints for your moving time lapse, so that's not allowed also for the ZY app. So I hope they fix it pretty soon. If not, guys, we are all stuck at using 4 preset motion lapses that are available, and we cannot set our own individual waypoints like you saw previously on the Sony a6500. Alright, so yep guys, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to do a time-lapse on a camera and as well as on the mobile phones. I really do hope Zhiyun finds this problem out about the normal mode and fixes it soon. So this is how you do a motion lapse. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be coming up with more tutorials on the Zhiyun Crane-M2, so hit the subscribe button, the like button, and I'll leave you with 2 motion lapses right now, one taken on the a6500 and the other one taken at Shanghai Disneyland on my Samsung Galaxy S10. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.